You are now listening to the Checkmate Arcade Podcast, episode 204, recorded on February 16th, 2015, brought to you by Frigid Blast Studios in association with NoobReview.com. Hello and welcome to the Checkmate Arcade Podcast, your home for quarter munching fun. And I'm donning my many masks in hopes of saving the world. My name is Stephen Boss, the Dark Boss Man.
And F these anime prices. Just F it. F it, F them, F them. I'm MSU Hitman Jason Billingsley.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
Well, one of my Twitter followers alerted me to, because I talked about it before last year when I fell back into the Persona hole and I was trying to find somewhere to watch the English version of the Persona 4 anime, and I found a site that didn't have all the episodes, and I'd been looking at eventually getting the anime on Blu-ray. It comes in two different sets, Episodes 1 through 12 is one 2-disc set, and then 13 through 26 is another one.
Yeah, that's usually how they do it.
Yeah, and one of my Twitter followers last week alerted me to the fact, well, I mean, not directly, but he just put a tweet out and I saw it, that apparently the first collection of the Persona 4 anime has gone out of print. There's some dispute, the Sentai Filmworks or whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, they are the remnants of, if you remember, ADV.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay, so that became Sentai through some shady Japanese bankruptcy stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say shady. It was legitimate according to Japanese laws.
Right, but, kind of the same way Atlas, the Atlas and Index stuff. But anyway, so apparently places are sick and tired of their BS from what I've gathered from the CAG, anime thread. And so the first collection of the Persona 4 anime has gone out of print.
Mm-hmm.
And a Blu-ray set that was about $30 to $40 at Christmas time has now ballooned to $200 to $300 new and $160 used.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So I got in despair and was just like, "Oh my God, no!" And then I started looking on Amazon. And this new... Okay, so this is really weird. I don't know if RightStuff.com has some type of dispute with Amazon. Some new seller, third-party seller that goes by the username Shawnek, SHAWNEK, posted the second set of the Persona 4 Blu-ray collection for $19 shipped. New.
Huh. Wow.
So I was like, buy. So I just thought at first, I was like, well, this is just some random person that doesn't know, anything. And then I get the package and it's got the rightstuff.com address label on it and rightstuff.com advertisements in the padded envelope that they sent it in.
It might just have been fulfilled by Right Stuff, maybe.
I guess it just seemed weird. But anyway,
Yeah,
I have the second half of the Persona 4 collection for super cheap.
Yeah.
So now I just have to wait and see if these rumors of a reprint, or I may just have to... And see, the sucky thing is the DVD's out of print too, so the first half DVD is like $40-$50 itself.
Oh, jeez. all right. So look at it this way: how many times do you think you would actually watch it? Once or twice?
Yeah.
It's not really worth buying it then. Just stream it.
You can't stream the English version. You can only stream the Japanese one.
It would have to be somewhere.
The only place I found was that cartoon movies whatever HD.com, and they don't have it all. It cuts off a bunch. Like it cuts off the Risei portion, so I missed that. And it cuts off some part of the second half, but I've got the actual Blu-ray now. And
see, now this is just a really good case for a good dub version streaming site.
Yes, because
that's just a really good case for it.
Yeah, because all these places, like the Anime Network, because there's an advertisement for that when you boot up the Persona Blu-ray, and then there's, Hulu does some of their advertising focused on it, and then Crunchyroll, of course. I mean, it's all the Japanese stuff.
It's all sub.
It's all sub. No.
Which I can understand for the most part. However, in stuff that's high action, in any shonen series where there's a lot of action, in any complicated plot to follow anime, I'd rather watch it dub.
Or
just because it's easier to follow.
Or how about a freaking video game series that is actually now probably almost as popular in the West as it is in Japan?
Yeah.
How about that?
I don't know.
When it's the actual game, it's not like it's second-rate voice actors. This isn't the 90s where the English is terrible. They get quality, like it's the freaking Persona 4 Golden cast. English voice cast doing the English. Now I don't know if it's
but there are people out there who would say, well, it's not the original Japanese cast and they did such a good job. Nah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, sir. Sometimes you just don't want to listen to a Japanese audio and have to read at the same time.
I don't want to read a show. I may be just horrible person, but fine.
Did you ever watch Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
No.
See, that's unfortunate because that is subbed as well, and it was pretty damn good. It's a good movie.
I'm just glad at least
you do miss out on a bunch of really good stuff if you have that rule that you have.
Well, that's fine. This stuff is too expensive. Like, I mean.
Oh yeah, no. The prices on most anime DVDs, Blu-rays, anything related to anime is kind of just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like.
But that's how they roll because that's the prices everybody pays in Japan. Or thereabouts, at least.
Yeah, I'm just lucky. Hey, I got the second half of Persona and of Persona 4, and I'll just hold out hope that someday I'll get the first half.
You're just gonna have to keep your fingers on the pulse of who's selling for what price and stuff.
Yeah, but so. Yeah, but
it's weird.
Yeah, but thanks to my YouTube or my Twitter follower, I don't remember who it was. I'll find it here in a second.
Well, we are a show that loves to talk about video games.
Yeah, that's true. Because I am in the middle. I'm in the middle of Persona Q, so I guess
I know it's related, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know you had to be somewhere soon, so.
Right, yeah.
Might want to move on to maybe all of the games that could be coming soon for February and what came out in January. We'll
we'll start with January here, and somebody we'll talk about again in a second. Dying Light was pretty much the biggest release of the month of January. You also got Saints Row 4 Gat Out of Hell on disc for PS3 and 360, and then the Saints Row 4 Reelected Gat Out of Hell package for Xbox One and PS4. Now, here's something to note, and I normally like Deep Silver, but this was some cheap BS.
All right, what did it do?
Gat Out of Hell for Xbox One and PS4 is a download code.
Mm-hmm. And?
Well, so if you beware, if you're wanting that on Xbox One and PS4, get a new copy, because otherwise you're going to be paying $30 separately for Gat Out of Hell.
$30? Really?
That's the digital price of it, at least on PSN. I don't know about Xbox One, but that is the digital price of it on PSN is $30.
They usually keep parity.
And then
$30
for just Saints Row 4 Reelected.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good value for what you're getting out of Gat Out of Hell.
Yeah, so just be aware of that for Xbox One and PS4. Buy that game new.
I mean, maybe 20, but that's pushing it.
Which is the price of it on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah, but I mean, even that's pushing it just a little bit. Tiny bit.
Okay. A bunch of those pure board games, sports things, got put on disc for PS4. Like Pure Chess and Pure
Pool.
Huh? Pure Pool.
Pure Pool?
Yeah, and then Stick It to the Man.
What?
It was some PlayStation Plus indie game for free, and then now it's on a disc on PS4 for $20. I don't know, just random, just random.
Right, well.
Hey, let's put this on Blu-ray.
I mean, if it gets them more money, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Motorcycle Club. This was actually PS3 and PS4. I didn't realize. Yeah, some motorcycle game that came out randomly in January.
Is it anything like Drive Club?
No, I don't know. I've not heard anybody talk about it.
One would hope not.
Yeah. No, it's not made by Sony. No, I don't even remember who published it or made it or anything. Random game.
Okay.
Then Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 Sisters Generation came out for the Vita.
Oh boy. That's one of those bullet hell shooters, if I remember right.
Yeah. No. That's the anime where all the girls represent all the consoles.
Huh.
It's a JRPG series. It's one of NICE's most popular ones.
I could swear there was something
You're probably
similar.
You're thinking of Automodius Excellence or Death Smile. What was the Death one?
Wasn't there another Hyperdimension?
They're all JRPGs.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I swear there was something with Hyperdimension in his name and it was Bullet Hell. Anyway.
I forgot one that I'm adding on, but it's for February handheld, so let's go to the February console games.
Okay.
Oh, and actually I forgot one for February 3rd as well. So February 3rd, SpongeBob Hero Pants came out for 360 and PS3.
Oh, good. The movie tie-in.
Yes, the movie tie-in.
Yay.
Yeah, I forgot about that when I was looking, because, I forgot to...
Was that Activision?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. February 10th, Evolve came out for PS4 and Xbox One.
That looks so good.
You want multiplayer? Yes.
Oh, it looks good.
I don't know if I'd pay full price for it with as much DLC junk.
Yeah, with the DLC prices they're going with.
And you didn't pre-order it, so you missed out on the extra monster, so that's $15.
What's the extra monster?
The pre-order bonus was basically they pulled a Borderlands, and the next monster that's coming out was free for pre-orders or $15 separately.
Oh. Okay, so they actually haven't put the monster out.
It's not
Okay.
out yet, but it's
Right,
a
okay. That's what I was
it's
trying
a
to figure
paid
out. I was like,
situation, except instead of $10, they're charging 15, which I think is kind of
a what situation?
paid. The neck
Oh, Gauge.
or
Gauge. Okay.
gauge. Sorry.
I couldn't quite tell what you were saying. I was
Yeah,
like, I don't know if I understand what he's saying.
Necromancer chick, the Borderlands 2
Yeah.
chick.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gauge.
Yes. All right. This week, the 17th, you have Dead or Alive 5 Last Round for PS4 and Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
We assume the last version of Dead or Alive 5. And then Friday, the 20th.
Didn't realize there was other versions.
Well, there's Dead or Alive 5. Then there's Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate. Now there's Dead or Alive 5 Last Round.
Didn't even realize Dead or Alive 5 was out.
Yep.
That's how much I care.
Okay. Well, this is the third version of it, so.
Okay.
All right. So Friday the 20th, the other two big releases for the month come out the same day. You have The Order 1886 for PS4 and Kirby and the Rainbow Curse for the Wii U. The Wii U's only release of the month.
Yeah, it's turning into every other Nintendo console that's happened since the GameCube. Or since the N64, really.
And there was some decent third-party stuff on GameCube.
Yeah, but not that much.
There's more than you're giving it. There's more than you're giving credit for.
I'm just saying, it's like maybe one release a month. Which was approximately what happened since the N64.
Right. Yeah, but there was.
I mean, there are anomalies every once in a while.
There was more third-party stuff on GameCube than there was on N64 and Wii U. Can't say that about the Wii, but 90% of the third-party stuff on Wii is junk.
Yeah, because a lot of it was just, oh, hey, guess what? All this stuff is this console is just ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
Let's put stuff out on it,
Yeah.
even though it's garbage. You can tell how happy I was with a lot of that software.
Mm-hmm.
When my tiny library of Wii games.
Hey, and now they're gonna.
Oh, there was some good stuff, but I don't know.
Hey, I own 3 of the best ones as downloads for my Wii U that I can't play because I don't have a Wii remote.
Oh, jeez. Just go get one of the Wii Remote Pluses.
Yeah, they're not exactly the cheapest.
I know, I'm just saying.
I've got one that I can acquire at some point. I got a really nice Mario one because I had a Zelda one stashed away, but that got sold out on me. Granted, I'd had that thing stashed for months and months.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
But it was kind of like, well, I was waiting until I bought a Wii game for the Wii U, and now I did. And
yeah, now you got stuff, and now you definitely need one.
Yeah, because I want to play Punch-Out.
And you need a nunchuck to go with it.
Yeah, well, that's not that hard. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I know, those are all cheap, because they're all the same.
Yeah. All right, so February 24th, we have Dragon Ball Xenoverse on everything but Wii U.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We have Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires for PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, yay, more Dynasty Warriors.
We have Rugby 15 on everything but the 360. PS3, PS4, Xbox One.
I mean, I guess, well, actually, yeah, I don't understand the PS3 part. I can understand everything else.
Europe.
I mean, I guess, but...
yeah, I don't get it either.
It's the harder console to develop for, so I don't know.
And then you get Under Night In-Birth EXE Late for PS3.
Huh?
It's a JRPG thing. I don't know, one of these
okay.
nice NIS.
One of the NIS games.
I think.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Just given that it's probably involves anime little girls.
Yeah.
Who are supposedly above 18, only most likely not.
Yeah.
God, that is such a horrible trope.
Speaking of which, the handheld release that I forgot to type in the list I gave you starts February last week with Criminal Girls some subtitle, which is the most perverted game on the Vita.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a video on Kinda Funny Games YouTube of them playing like the first 15 minutes of it or whatever. It's some visual novel type thing,
Oh,
but it's not
okay.
It's not Danganronpa quality. It's all like creepy anime BS.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Like, we need more of that.
Yeah. And then SpongeBob Hero Pants actually came out on both Vita and 3DS.
Yeah, because, you need more of that game.
Now, last week, Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy was supposed to come out, but I don't think it did. I didn't see it anywhere.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that got delayed, possibly. I don't know. It was supposed to come out, but I never saw it anywhere. But what did come out on Friday the 13th was Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and of course the new 3DS XL.
Yeah.
Which even if you wanted just the regular version of it, you can't get. Not even to mention the Monster Hunter or Majora's Mask versions, just the regular version is sold out everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hot seller right now.
Yep. And then the only other...
By the way, I also have to take back what I was saying originally about, what's that game? Xenosaga, the one that's on 3DS.
Xenoblade Chronicles? That's coming.
I think that's the one. Yeah, they're really polishing the heck out of that game. It's looking a hell of a lot better than it did before.
Okay, well, I mean, it's just, like, I
just wanted to mention because I was really harsh on it when it first was being demoed.
Right. It's just like, I can't get rid of my Persona.
Again, still wouldn't want to play it on a handheld.
I just did not think that Nintendo would do this where, like, they're going to announce the new 3DS a month before it comes out, and I bought that Persona Q1, and I want that Persona Q1. I don't, so...
Oh, yeah, no, I want my blue and black 3DS. I don't want one of the new ones, because they're all just dull. Boring colors. I like blue. What do you want from me?
Yeah, and I like my Persona 1, so I'm just going to keep it for a while, and... If I ever do want the new 3DS, I'll just have to sell my Persona 1, and I'll get enough money from selling the Persona 1, because they're like $240 on Amazon used, so...
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, if I ever want it bad enough, I'll just sell the Persona 1 straight up. And...
Yep.
But the only other handheld game coming out on the 24th is Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart for Vita.
Do they seriously just do Mad Libs to come up with these titles?
I don't know. I like a good JRPG, fairly often, but
the names
scare me away. Like, Hyperdimension got me curious enough to YouTube it once, and then I was like, okay, no.
Yeah. Well, that's what a good majority of the RPGs coming out of Japan seem to be like this generation.
Yeah, outside of, Fire Emblem, Persona, and...
When I said RPGs, I consider Fire Emblem a strategy game more than an RPG.
It's a strategy RPG. Okay, whatever. So Valkyria Chronicles, Fire Emblem, Persona, Bravely Defaults. Those
would be like the exceptions.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so there you go. Those are all the games that came out last month, came out already this month, and are coming soon.
Yeah.
All right, so now I guess we have NPDs finally waiting, right?
Yeah.
For however many months that we didn't mention it.
We have December and January, and it's at Dalo Reants on Twitter, who alerted me to the Persona price spike. So I just saw that.
All right.
So yeah, we have NPDs for December and January.
Now it's that time of the month that causes gamers worldwide to be crabby and irrational. No, it's not PMS. It's NPD.
Okay. Hit me with them numbers.
All right. So the retail sales were actually up 1%, only because hardware was up 20%. The physical software was down 13%. Pretty much without a doubt, the number one selling again for December, because the price drop was consistent through the entire month, was the Xbox One. The PS4 was close behind. So the estimates are that between those two, that was 2.33 million between Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, that price drop was very tempting for a lot of people.
Yeah. After 14 months on the market, PS4 and Xbox One combined exceed the 14-month total of 360 and PS3 combined by 65%. PS4 is the number one selling console for the year overall. Wii U hardware sales are up almost 30%, but 30% from nothing,
Yeah, 30% from basically nothing, so yeah.
Amiibos are about 2.6 million units sold. So that means 70% of all Wii U owners own an Amiibo. I am part of the 30%.
I know of at least a few that have more than one, so yeah, those things are popular.
But they're nowhere near Skylanders in terms of sales, considering...
Yeah, because they're not as useful.
Skylanders have been, this is the fourth year of Skylanders. And as of May, which would have been before the release of the fourth set, Skylanders as of May were 175 million.
Okay.
All right. So the top 10 for December, 10th was FIFA, selling best on Xbox platforms, which is weird. Well, not super weird, I guess, because of America. 9th was Destiny, which is still selling best on Xbox, even though all the campaigns, all the stuff is tied to Sony, which is weird. 8th,
I don't know.
8th is
it's the only other system I own, so yeah.
8th is Just Dance. 7th is Far Cry.
Goddamn Just Dance.
6th is Minecraft. 5th is NBA 2K15. 4th is Smash Brothers. 3rd was Madden. 2nd was GTA, and 1st was Call of Duty.
Yeah, those are about what I was thinking.
Now, here's your top 10 overall for the entire year of 2014 at physical retail.
Okay. Let me guess. What number one is? Minecraft?
No.
Oh, what is it?
Advanced Warfare.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So
still pretty big, but slowly waning.
Okay, if you were going to guess number 2, you're not going to guess number 2.
Madden?
Wow, you actually got it. I'm surprised. Yes, Madden, with its resurgence this year, the number 2 selling game of 2014. Destiny's 3rd. GTA 4th.
And that includes both last gen and this gen?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
PS4, then Xbox One, then 360, then PS3. 5th is Minecraft.
Yeah, okay.
6th is Super Smash Brothers. 7th is NBA 2K15. 8th is Watch Dogs.
Oh, right, yeah, that came out last year.
Yeah, that's the only, that's the only, other than Minecraft, it's the only game that wasn't released in the fall, well, until we get to 10. 9th was FIFA. And 10th was Call of Duty Ghosts.
That makes me sad. The only thing good about that game was the netcode. Everything else was just kind of bad. Seriously, literally, the only thing good about that game was the netcode. They should have just reused the netcode for Advanced Warfare.
Alright, so now we're to January, which just came out a couple of days ago. Alright, so number 10 is FIFA.
Alright.
Number 9 is Destiny.
Okay.
Number 8 is Madden. 7th, Far Cry.
Alright.
6th is Smash Brothers.
Respectable.
5th is NBA 2K15.
Sports.
4th, Minecraft.
There it is.
Third,
Had to be on there somewhere.
Third is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Sure.
Second is Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty.
Oh, dropped a second. Weird.
And number 1 is Dying Light.
Ah, okay.
Dying Light had the highest first month sales for any new survival horror IP, beating Evil Within's mark from October.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. Evil Within. Yeah, there's a bunch of problems with that one.
It kind of fizzled out after the first month.
Yeah, but a lot of that was because word of mouth was not great about how the camera was situated.
Yeah. Smash Brothers is up to 3.5 million units sold, with 2.1 of that being on 3DS. The last 2 Pokemon games combined are at 2.7 million sold. Wii U software is up 45% sales.
Yeah.
Xbox One had the best attach rate in January than any other platform. But because there was that 2-week stretch where they raised the price back, the number 1 selling console for the month of January was the PS4.
Yeah, I don't understand that little. I don't understand it, because now it's back down to $350 again.
Yeah, and PS4 is at 18.5 million consoles sold to consumers.
That's a lot.
In 14 months.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else with the MPDs, or is that about it?
That's about the sales overall were down 5%, because hardware was down 23%, but retail software was up. But the NeoGAF post doesn't say by how much, but software was up quite a bit if hardware is down 23% and overall sales are down 5%. So the software was up, but the hardware was not.
Well, I can vouch for digital sales, because there was quite a few of them on Xbox One for me.
Again, NPDs only cover physical retail.
I know. Just saying, I could definitely vouch for digital sales, even though my hard drive is getting close to 50% full.
Yeah.
Because goddamn, that hard drive internally is ridiculously tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, at least you can hook up an external. I have to actually...
I can, but I'd rather just go in and muck with it myself and then reinstall everything.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, I can't, which makes me unhappy. Because I could put a hybrid 1 terabyte drive in there, but no. No, they have to go with a proprietary format for their hard drive. Thanks, Microsoft.
Just stick an external on there and live with it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess that'll do it for the MPDs then.
Yep, and now we're going to go through the news because there was quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
And now, the latest game news from around the world.
Alright, so news. So much news. It's just so much of it.
Okay, Lana.
What?
Wrestling reference.
Well, okay.
I guess...
Wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of news, and unfortunately, a good deal of it is kind of, on the down negative side.
Yeah, although some of these, I guess you can tell they've been coming. We'll start off here with Club Nintendo, and
this was a shocker. I didn't see this coming at all.
I mean, now granted, I've only been back in the Nintendo ecosystem for 2 years. It'll be 2 years in May. I got the 3DS May of 2013. So I missed the quote-unquote glory years of Club Nintendo. But
well, actually, so did I, because I kept forgetting I even had an account. Yeah, so all those fun statues and everything, never got them.
And I didn't have a Nintendo then, so because
even if I wanted to get them, I doubt I would have been able to get them because they were always gone within minutes of them being posted.
And not only that, I mean, I've heard, and I've enjoyed getting all these digital games for free that I've been spending the coins on. And then last year when I got Platinum, it's like, hey, okay. It's like, well, this list of games is okay. It's like, okay, I'll get this $30 game for free, sure.
Yeah.
I would have rather had one of the Marios, but okay. But I mean, I got $30. I've got like $50 in eShop credit for free. I got flipping new Super Mario Brothers U for free from Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff for free. And but
yeah, it's I just did not see Club Nintendo shutting down.
But
I had no idea that they were going to be doing that.
I think the weird thing is like, oh, we're going to have something new in its place, and
yeah, I'm not sure what they would even put in its place.
It's going to be some type of merger of the Digital Deluxe program. It's going to be some new version of that. Because why?
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because why would you close? But then here's the thing. So they're wanting to push all this digital stuff. Yet, have you seen how insane it is to put a larger SD chip, because it uses micro SD?
Yes, I've heard the ridiculousness that it takes to pry that thing open.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
screwdrivers, then you got to use the stylus to pry it open, and it's like, oh god, why would you do that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just...
Why not just do the same thing you did on the original XLs and regular 3DSs, which is just put a little slot on the side. Cover it, sure, but, I mean, just put the damn thing, make it accessible.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? The Nokia N-Gage now? Come on.
We must have it, is it on the N-Gage?
I mean, it's ridiculous. You had to remove the freaking battery on that system.
You didn't get the X-Play reference there.
No, I probably didn't.
Okay. They used to have one of their guys dress up like Patrick Stewart for every time they did an N-Gage review. And even when they stopped doing it, he would still show up. Is it for the N-Gage?
Yeah, probably didn't remember seeing those.
We're just talking about all kinds of dead things.
It's been a long... Yeah. Well, we were talking about Ocarina of Time before the show started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, you were talking about your days at Murray State when you were playing N64 for just wrestling and GoldenEye.
That was all anybody... Like, Smash Brothers came out and it didn't make a blip. It did not make a blip at Murray. Like, it's just like... I think I may have played it once.
Maybe because it was too cartoonish?
I guess, yeah, because that was the time when Wind Waker was debuted. People were calling it Zelda and all that. I guess. But yeah, I hear Dan Reichert and people like that talk about, and Greg Miller talking about, the Mario or the Smash stuff in college and da-da-da-da-da. And I mean, they're a little younger. They're like a generation younger than me college-wise, about 4-year difference. And it's just like, man, like Smash, I was still in the dorms when Smash came out, but it just did not make a blip. It was GoldenEye, the WCW NWO World Tour, into WrestleMania 2000, into No Mercy. That was all the Super Nintendo was for. Smash Brothers did not even make a blip.
Didn't even register.
No.
Yeah, no, it was one of the best. It was one of the best.
Yeah, like
it started an entire new style of game for them.
Well, right, and like Grantland did a story. One of their writers went to that big Smash tournament out in Jersey for just the N64 competition and wrote like a 5,000-word artital about it.
When was that?
Like a week or two ago. I'm sure you can still find it on there.
Yeah, no, I want to say it was Melee that I went to a competition for. I mean, I did horrible, but you know.
Yeah. Melee, the game I bought and played like once or twice because I didn't have anybody to play it with. Like, nobody's like,
Oh god, that game was so good. I unlocked everything for that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like,
I was so pissed when that Sonic code turned out to be fake. I was like, God damn you, EGM.
You trusting a code from EGM.
I know, but damn, I was pissed that that wasn't real. Which is why I was super psyched when Sonic was in Brawl.
Yeah.
And then it turned out he wasn't so good,
Yeah.
so, whatever.
Yeah, Shenlong. Oh, the Shenlong joke. The April Fools. That was probably before your time.
A little bit, yeah. A little before I started subscribing to EGM.
That was classic.
I've heard the story, but yeah, it's...
I think that's kind of what led me to let EGM run out, because I let it run out. Because I was like, oh, if they're going to do a joke like this, how can I trust them? And this is teenage me talking, so...
I think it was...
I was also almost out of video games at that point, so... That was probably the other reason.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when I stopped subscribing to EGM. It must have been early 2000s.
Yeah, see, it was late 90s for me. And then I didn't... The only magazine I got in college was... I got the Sporting News, and I got PSM.
Yeah.
It was like the only two.
Well, I mean, in the early 2000s, the only stuff I was playing was Nintendo stuff at that point. I had my Game Boy, I had my regular, or was it DS at that point, I think?
No, regular DS, the original DS was November 03.
Yeah, so it was probably like just before that or just after that when I let my EGM lapse.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just doubled down on Nintendo Power for a while there.
Because I remember the PSP launch.
Yeah.
That was big at Charter.
All right, well, we went way off topic there.
Yeah, we went crazy there. But, all right, so
yeah, Nintendo is shutting down Club Nintendo. Going to replace it with something. We don't know yet.
Here's the pertinent parts. You have until March 31st to enter codes.
Yeah.
Nothing released by Nintendo. Basically, nothing released by Nintendo before, the last thing with a code from Nintendo is Captain Toad. Nothing released in 2015 onward has Club Nintendo codes.
Yeah.
Which is why the Amiibos didn't have them. Because people wondered.
Although that would have been weird if they had them anyway.
Yeah. And then you have.
They're offering a whole ton of stuff to exchange your coins for.
Yeah. They relaunched. They relaunched the store a couple weeks ago with some physical items and 100 different digital games between Wii Virtual Console, Wii U eShop, and 3DS eShop.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yep.
A lot of stuff you can get for pretty cheap if you have the coins.
Best thing on there, Earthbound, 250 coins.
I mean, how much is it normally? What,
$10? $10.
That's still worth $10. I mean, come on.
Right. But there's New Super Mario Brothers 2 on there. Star Fox is on there. I mean, there's some out of print stuff on there, like Star Fox and Kid Icarus on 3DS. Those are out of print. Those are semi hard to come by. Both Mario games on 3DS are on there. Wonderful 101's on there for Wii U.
They got a lot of stuff to try and redeem your coins for.
Yep.
So I would say hurry, put your codes in, and then you have until September 20th? Or was it April? Registration of digital products.
Well, April 20th, I think you have until June to spend the coins.
I believe so, yeah. It was a little hard to follow, but yeah, the big dates were on April 1st. You can't put any more products in from packaged goods.
Oh, actually, now they've changed that. So now it is March 31st for that, too.
Oh, it's 31st? Right.
Yeah.
So everything ends.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have until the end of March.
Yeah.
So I would enter those codes and get your stuff, be it physical or digital.
And plus, don't forget the surveys, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like it's stable now. When they first relaunched Club Nintendo, it was just...
Yeah, I tried to get back on to it because I'm like, oh, I wonder how many coins I had because I didn't remember. I couldn't even get on when I tried back like 3 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, but yeah. Since then, it's become way more stable, and I was able to get on and check out my new digital copy of one of the Ubisoft games that I downloaded at some point. What was it, like Ghost something? Ghost Recon Shadow War?
Yeah, that's the strategy game that was 3DS launch.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because I was like, oh, that's right, that game. Yeah. Oh, it's even on sale. Wow, I'll buy that. Yeah, it was on sale for like $7 or something. It was really good. I gotta go play that one.
All right, so hopefully though if you do decide to do that on YouTube, that you register with Nintendo first if you want to see some money.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do recording of their software, yeah, I guess. Because they finally changed their ad revenue policy. It's a little better?
Slightly, but basically you have to ask for their permission. And if your channel is not 100% Nintendo, then you have to submit the videos individually or remake a new channel that is strictly only Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't...
And your payments are 2 months delayed.
Yeah, this is just such a weird thing. What makes it even... Oh, okay, so it's not expected to roll out until May. Okay. That's why I knew something was odd because some of the places were still putting out Nintendo videos on YouTube, but it didn't seem like it was delayed in any way.
And, well, yeah, and then not only that, but it's like, yeah, these are the terms, although they can be changed whenever we want.
Yeah, terms may be changed arbitrarily. Well, that's not exactly, comforting. If you can just change it on a whim.
And you have to,
Yeah.
and you have to have, like, this disclaimer.
License to... Oh, wow. Jesus Christmas. I didn't even read that spot. Oh, God.
There are better videos about this. Many of YouTube personalities, I mean, Jim Sterling and others have done much better, more in-depth takedowns of this, so I would...
Yeah, but still, it's better than them taking everything down.
Well, it's also going to cause Giant Bomb's already said that they're no longer going to put any Nintendo Quick Looks on YouTube.
Yeah, that was what confused me, because they did put one on there.
Well,
which is why I was like, oh, okay, it starts in May.
Okay.
So that makes more sense. So, obviously, I'm guessing come May, no longer available. All right. But, yeah, it's just a tiny step forward. And about 10 steps back.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's about right.
They're almost there. Almost. If they could just go further in the direction of user-friendly, that would be good.
Well, they have gone a little further in allowing someone that's not from Japan to touch their IPs because, according to Wall Street Journal, Netflix is in the development stages of a live-action Zelda series.
Now, before we get our hopes up, it is keyword early stages.
Yeah.
So whether this actually turns into something or not, we won't know for a while.
Yeah. But Netflix is at least in the door.
I mean, it could be worse by a long shot. So this is actually a good thing.
From the director of Super Mario Brothers comes.
Yeah, I know. Mostly I'm thinking of that horrible horrible thing that was Legend of Zelda series from the late 80s.
What, the cartoon?
Yeah.
The cartoon was great.
I don't remember.
It was moonlighting as a cartoon. It was great.
I don't remember. It's been too long, so maybe I'm just misremembering it. Maybe I'm thinking of the CDI animation instead.
Yeah, you're thinking of the CDI games.
Alright, so yeah, maybe I'm just confusing those two. Maybe I never even saw the
Excuse
89.
me, princess.
Yeah, maybe I never saw the 89 series.
Probably never did.
Hmm.
I think you're getting, and then they had a slightly different version of it on Captain N. There was a couple Zelda episodes on Captain N once the Mario Super Show whatever ended, or at least they ended doing Zelda on that, and then they took it to Captain N. There was a couple episodes, and Link and Captain N were all like basically having a bleep measuring contest for Zelda and Lana.
Okay. I don't remember much about Captain N either.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, these were before your time a bit.
Super Mario Bros. Super Show, though, I remember a lot.
Well, how do you not remember? Zelda was Friday.
Well, I had tapes of Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
and I'm talking VHS tapes, people.
Yes.
I'm telling the people.
Yeah.
Telling the people. Because VHS is not a thing anymore. Because where the hell are you going to find that?
It kind of is for wrestling and some stuff. That's kind of crazy to say. Like, there's a lucrative gray market for wrestling tapes.
Only older stuff.
Yeah.
Like animes and
that's
wrestling
the other,
and super old movies and such.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's like, I want the original tape, because why would I want a DVD? Because that would degrade the quality.
Well, no.
You're crazy, sir, because digital.
Well, the reason... Well, for anime, it's the sheer fact that it's probably...
Different dub, yeah.
A different dub, or... I mean, it's the same thing for wrestling. You know, they want the original airing of it before WWF got their claws on it, because WWE will put their music in, like if it's like, let's say if it's an old Ric Flair tape, well, whatever music Flair was using in NWA or WCW, they'll take it out, they'll dub it completely out and put in the WWE version. They'll have like WWE people doing commentary and stuff, so there is a demand for the original, non-WWE versions of these tapes. And then for anime, like you said, the dub is different. Or
a lot of times it's completely different actors for the voices and such.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's even different cuts of the anime, depending on who was doing the dubbing and editing at the time. Right. So, it's differences. But for the quality, you really want something a little higher res than that.
Which is really funny because this is going to relate to a video game that I'll talk about in the next episode. This digital versus analog kind of thing.
Yeah, some games don't exactly work as well nowadays because of the digital delays.
No. I was talking about the one we were talking about before the show. Analog pictures versus digital pictures.
Oh, right. Okay, that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a weird setup at the time, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
So other notes about Nintendo's new stuff. They decided to announce more amiibos. They're going to be doing, what was it? Robin, the male version. Lucina as well from Fire Emblem, Pac-Man, Wario, Ness, Charizard, all of those coming this spring.
Yeah, and there's also a Mario Party line, which are new designs for Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Peach. I don't think it's a new one for Bowser. Toad debuts in that line, and that's the one you can't get.
Yeah. I think they're out now? Meta Knight, Mega Man, King DDD, Shulk, and Toon Link?
Depending on where you got it, because like GameStop never got their supply. Of some of these figures.
There's a big strike on the ports in the West.
Which just got resolved temporarily on Saturday, but there's a huge backlog of stuff. So
there's a lot of shipping containers just sitting around doing nothing.
And in the East Coast, Boston's got 8 feet of snow, so
yeah,
the East Coast is buried in snow. So.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, we had snow yesterday.
Yeah.
And well, not yesterday per se. It was the day before into the night. And then it changed to icy rain. So then it was a bunch of ice this morning. Or yesterday morning. It was fun times.
Yeah.
We've had so much snow.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Got a little bit here, and it's messed up down south, the land that Broadband forgot, because that land also has fewer snowplows. So, school's been out of session there for like a week, because none of the back roads are cleared at all. And here in St. Louis, it wasn't too terribly bad. It was kind of one morning, and then it was Friday night. It was kind of bad because it iced, but other than that, it's been fine. But yeah, down south, they've been snowed in for like a whole week.
Yeah.
But anyway, so other stuff related.
God, the weather's just been nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
The new 3DS...
It's been below freezing here for weeks. Yesterday was like the first day we went above freezing for a while.
Well, we'll have fun because it was negative 10 to 20 wind chill here last night, so I'm sure you're getting that tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we're getting it now, I think.
Okay.
It's going to go down to single digits again tonight.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow it's supposed to hit, I think, single digits again. Oh, the fun weather we're having.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. But maybe if you had a Wii U and didn't own a Wii like me, as long as you have a Wii remote, you could download... Well, yeah, I still don't. Even though I bought these because of their price, their sale price, there are now going to be original Wii games ported to Wii U that are still played through the same emulation, but you don't have to go to Wii first. They show up as regular game icons on the Wii U. But 3 of them came out, and they're the only 3 so far. It was Super Mario Galaxy 2, Punch-Out, and Metroid Prime Trilogy. Those are all $20. The first week they were out, they were $10.
Yeah.
But
still worth $20 because damn, those games are good.
And not only that, they're
so good.
The disc prices for those are about $30 for Mario Galaxy 2 and Punch-Out, and at least $50 for Metroid Prime Trilogy. So,
Metroid Prime Trilogy, worth the price. People should go get it.
Yeah. Other things, codename Steam, the Fire Emblem characters, if you have a new 3DS XL, are playable in that. It's made by the same team. They also tie it in Majora's Mask to it because pre-orders get a Majora's Mask pin.
That'll be out on the 13th of March.
Yeah. Puzzle and Dragons is coming out in May. There is a straight Puzzle and Dragons Z, and then there is a new Super Mario Brothers version of Puzzle and Dragons. It's sold as a combo on cart. That's supposed to be coming out, I believe, in May.
I'll check it out when it comes out, I guess.
Xenoblade Chronicles is getting ported to the new 3DS XL, and it'll only work on a new 3DS XL. That's coming in April. Splatoon. Have fun, because after Mario Party in March, you're not getting another Wii U game until May, and that's Splatoon.
Yeah. I mean, it's something. They're trying.
Yeah.
But the fact that they have to split between 3DS and Wii U slows them down a little.
What are you talking about?
Developing for 2 systems.
I mentioned Splatoon. I hadn't mentioned Mario versus Donkey Kong yet.
Okay.
There is no 3DS Splatoon.
Right. I wasn't suggesting that there was.
Oh, okay. You're just saying
the fact that Nintendo has to have 2 sets of teams developing different stuff for different systems.
I gotcha. Okay.
instead of developing everything for one system like Microsoft and Sony
Right.
at this point, because who the hell is developing anything for Vita except for third-party crazy people?
Yeah, gotcha. Well, speaking of which, the first cross-buy game will be Mario versus Donkey Kong Tipping Stars.
Yeah, so not gonna get that one.
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse just came out. Pokemon Shuffle, which is basically like, it's basically like any free-to-play match 3 puzzle game. That's coming out on the eShop soon. And
it says it'll be available for free too.
Yeah, and then the Tekken guy announced some 4-person dungeon game for Wii U, some digital, online only.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And that's pretty much. Oh, and of course,
New Rhythm Heaven. Aha! Coming sometime this summer for Japan.
And how would we be remiss not to talk about the sequel to the 2013 Checkmate Arcade Golden King Game of the Year.
Yes.
The new Fire Emblem, which led off the.
That's
Nintendo
right. I forgot
Directs.
about that. Don't know how we missed that one.
Yeah, that's coming out sometime soon.
Hopefully, we'll have details at E3-ish.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, and then there was a ton of Microsoft news following that. Kicking off with Microsoft is developing a new headset. Essentially, it's kind of like Oculus and Morpheus,
Or their version of Google Glass.
or yeah, probably more like that because you can actually see through it.
Yeah.
As opposed to Oculus and Morpheus, but it's going to have something similar design-wise for how it works. It looks just absolutely insane and actually useful.
Yeah, the event was also focused around Windows 10 and how Windows 10 is so awesome, in their words. You're going to be able to stream Xbox One to Windows 10, which is...
I mean, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, then at that point, you could just use your Xbox One on the go at that point.
The biggest announcement was that Windows 10, which is supposed to come out later this year, will be offered a free upgrade for its first year for anyone running Windows 7 or Windows 8.1.
Which is actually really crazy. That's just unheard of for Microsoft to do that.
And if you want the new DirectX, you have to go to Windows 10.
Yeah.
No more Windows 7.
I'm not hesitant to do that because 8.1 is very angering in many ways.
8.1 sucks.
It's usable if you have certain things that you have to bolt onto it. Yeah, Classic Shell is the only thing that makes me happy. It's the only thing that makes it functional. But yeah, that's essentially the only way I'm able to use 8.1 is Classic Shell. Because god damn, why did they decide touchscreen everything?
They thought that Windows Surface was going to be a big thing when it wasn't.
Yeah. Well.
All right. Well, something else that was, I guess, not exactly puzzling. I mean, it's kind of interesting timing-wise, but Sony trying to get profitable sold Sony Online Entertainment.
I mean, the fact that Sony Online Entertainment is still running a ton of different games to this day, seemingly without negatives, I don't know why they would get rid of it.
I guess just cost. I don't know
maybe
either.
Maybe it's the development costs of EverQuest. I don't know.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because about a week or two after this purchase was announced, a bunch of people, including like the head EverQuest guy forever, were all laid off.
Yeah, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
But one of the studio heads sent out a tweet on February 2nd saying, can't wait to make Xbox One games.
Yeah.
So guess what? They're making Xbox One games now.
Well, I mean, they're going to be doing them for both. I mean, when PlanetSide 2 comes out, it'll probably be on both.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, they're going straight up multi-platform at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure DC Universe at some point will get on Xbox One.
Oh, they also renamed themselves Daybreak Studios.
Yeah, because because they're not Sony anymore. So
or Daybreak Game Company.
Yeah,
that's the full name. So yeah, they're super psyched to do that. So I'm guessing at some point H1Z1 will probably wind up on Microsoft consoles as well.
Yeah, something that's going to stay on PC and PlayStation, though, in that same vein, Dragon's Dogma Online.
Yeah, that's a thing, apparently.
Yeah, a free-to-play Dragon's Dogma game for... Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably only going to be in Japan. It might make its way over to the US, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's dubious at this point whether that will happen or not. I guess we'd probably find out more if they're going to do such a thing in, E3 time.
Yeah.
So,
another game is kind of going, well, not going free to play, but...
Speaking of MMO-esque games.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online kind of announced what their plans are. They are turning into a non-subscription game after March 17th, but it's not free to play. You'll still have to buy the game, but you'll have unlimited access to the game, except for expansions and cosmetic stuff, which you can either buy a la carte or subscribe and get. In terms
so
of
basically, they're turning it into a normal game at this point.
Yeah, they're just not doing. They're not doing the $15 a month thing.
Yeah.
And they also June 9th is when it finally hits Xbox One and PS4.
Yep. So basically, they're turning it into the Guild Wars model at this point.
Yeah.
That's basically all they're doing. You just pay for the expansions, and then the rest is free.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's better, but why would you want to play that?
I don't know. And people, I see people all the time asking when this is coming out for console. And it's like, it's all the Skyrim, it's all the people that love Skyrim. I'm like, this isn't Skyrim. This is a straight MMO. If you want...
It's not even close to Skyrim in the slightest.
If you want Skyrim, you go get Dragon Age and or Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. You wait for that. Or you wait for the damn Witcher. You want Skyrim...
I'd say wait for Witcher.
Yeah, well...
You wait for Witcher, you're definitely not going to be disappointed.
Yeah. You play Dragon Age in the meantime.
I'm still not feeling the Skyrim-ishness of it.
Well, I mean...
Even though I have been playing it.
It's not exactly Skyrim, but I mean, I'm just saying if you wanted that similar, somewhat similar experience, you're wanting an RPG.
Yeah.
If you're wanting a big, massive RPG.
It's not quite as open world as Skyrim.
Well, no. It's designed differently, but...
Yeah.
It's designed much like Origins. Except bigger areas, like much bigger areas than Origins.
Mm.
So,
man, those respawning enemies are kind of annoying at times. But anyway, speaking of Bethesda and all the fun stuff that they've been doing, was it Bethesda?
Yeah, you put this at the end. How about I call an audible here?
Yeah, no, that's actually a good idea to do that one now because that ties in perfectly because it is Bethesda, related.
Well, ZeniMax, specifically.
Well, I mean, Elder Scrolls, close enough. Bethesda owns the Elder Scrolls.
Right.
And Fallout, speaking of. Yeah, Bethesda's legal team just pressured the devs of Fortress Fallout to change their name. Because they said, that's too close.
They can't have Fallout in the title. This is a 2D single-screen iOS tower defense game. Set in a grassy
It's-
mountainside.
It's more it's a little bit more like Angry Birds ish because you're trying to knock your opponent's castle apart.
Right, but it's set in a grassy area, it's 2D, it's a single screen, whereas Fallout, ZeniMax owned Fallout,
Any of the Fallouts have been action RPGs.
set in post-apocalyptic America.
Yeah. So good job, Bethesda. You have officially confused everyone with why you're doing this.
Of course, people remember that they challenged Scrolls, the card game
Yeah.
that Mojang,
Little Notch. Yeah.
Notch and Mojang before the sale were working on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Bethesda, stop it. Stop it. I love your games, but stop suing people for something or threatening to sue people for something that is completely ridiculous. Stop it. But yeah, they relented and say, you win. You won. You beat us. You showed us who's boss. We're changing the name.
Yeah.
They admitted defeat. Because obviously it's just not worth it to start paying out lawyers just to try and maybe win out over Bethesda.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhat happier.
So speaking of first-person shooters and RPG mechanics,
Yeah.
so actually that works even better. Go figure. Borderlands Remastered bundle is coming to PS4, Xbox One. That includes Borderlands 2 and the prequel. And all the DLC, at least up till whenever it's released.
Yeah.
Will release in North America on March 24th, followed by an international release on the 27th. So there you go.
Yep.
The only question I have is, can I transfer
Yes.
all my saved characters?
Yes.
I can.
You can,
Okay.
I cannot.
Why?
Because I can't go from Xbox to PlayStation.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You can go Xbox to Xbox.
Good. Okay. Then maybe it will be worth it. Of course, I have played so much of the Borderlands 2 at this point, I kind of don't know how much more I need to play. Yeah.
But it's coming. It's another remaster.
It's nice. It's nice. It's another remaster. It's another super collection.
Yep.
Although it's got one game on that collection that I'm like, not worth it. So I don't know.
Well, the game that's missing from that collection
Which is really odd.
is no longer missing multiplayer on PS3. Gearbox has developed a new method for the to restore multiplayer service for the PS3 version of Borderlands 1, which used to be run on GameSpy servers. They have already fixed it on PC, but it took longer to fix for PS3.
Yeah. No doubt the issues with coding for the PS3.
Yeah.
Slowing them down.
This is everywhere but Japan. And
Which is odd, but
in Japan,
maybe there's just not enough players.
no,
in Japan?
it's an update is coming soon. Players
okay.
in Japan.
Also brings improvements for voice chat and a fix to the "and they'll tell two friends" trophy.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right.
And
Here's what I'm really interested in.
okay,
The next Borderlands has begun, but Gearbox's writer has left for Hulu. So I guess that's okay and then bad at the same time, because the writer was one of the good things about the show.
especially 2.
About
He
games.
wrote 2. He specifically wrote
Yeah.
2 and the DLC. So
what's his name?
Anthony
Anthony Birch is leaving to go do a long-form comedy show with Freddie Wong from YouTube and Rocket Jump.
Yep.
Also the creator of video game High School.
Woohoo!
I didn't really enjoy Video Game High School that much.
Aw.
The outtakes are hilarious. Oh man, those outtakes. But, just wasn't feeling the show itself.
Okay. But yeah,
I'll link the outtakes because that was so good.
well, what's not been good has been the video game journalism side of the business, as huge layoffs hit The Escapist, Game Trailers, Gamefront, and Joystick was effectively closed down.
Yeah, there's a lot of people losing their jobs right now, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah. Joystick lives on sort of in name, as they retain 2 people and put it under a section of Engadget called Joystick Cross Engadget.
Worst possible name that they could have come up with. Yeah, there's really not much else to say other than it is really, really unfortunate that all these people lost their jobs.
Right, now it kind of makes sense why pretty much the entire staff of Joystick went to form Polygon. I mean, it was literally like almost the entire Joystick staff plus like 2 or 3 people from Kotaku.
Yeah. I don't know. Now, if Polygon would just stop publishing these weird, ridiculous stories of Nintendo should do this, Nintendo is failing, oh my god, oh no, Nintendo is actually doing really well. The schizophrenia that they have for some of these articles is just
some of them are
a little too much.
Some of them are Ben Kuchera's opinion pieces, so you just have to.
Yeah, he needs to stop that. His opinion is fine, but he needs to stop publishing them in such ridiculous inflammatory natures. It's just a little bit much.
Well, other sad news, the longtime home of Sega of America in San Francisco, and Sega itself is taking massive cuts and downsizing and going to concentrate on mobile and digital PC games.
Which, actually, they've been saying for the past, 5-6 years at this point.
Right, but then they were also going to do Sonic games, and Sonic Lost World is the worst-selling Sonic game ever.
Sonic Boom?
Or Sonic Boom, sorry. That's right.
Yeah, Sonic Boom's the last one.
Yeah, Sonic Boom. Combined,
because it's horrible and glitchy and just absolute garbage anyway.
The Wii U and 3DS sales worldwide combined are less than 500,000.
Because everybody saw all those glitches and was like, that's not good. Yeah. I don't want to fall through the world.
Right. Yeah, and this is just sad because I worry about 2 things. One, my prospects of Valkyria Chronicles coming unless Sony just decides to pay for it.
Well, I mean, consider this. If they port it to anything, it'd be ported to PC.
Yeah.
And that's about the only way it's going to happen.
Which I'd be fine with.
I mean, they're doubling down on downloadable and mobiles, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I highly, highly doubt you would get it dubbed if it wasn't already.
Well, the second thing is I hope this doesn't F up Atlas.
I don't think so, because I think they kind of basically run independently.
I guess, but that's my other worry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they seem to be doing all right. Atlas just seems to be doing quite okay. But, all right. Yeah, that's just more unfortunate news for Sega. They have such a huge back catalog, but they don't seem to do anything with it.
Yeah. Something that they are doing is Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax is coming to North America this summer. Let's see here. It's developed by the same people who did the Melty Blood fighting games, and in terms of it's a bunch of the Dengeki Bunko series, Sword Art Online, Durarara. I can't.
Durarara.
Okay, thank you. Orimo.
You just basically just let it roll off your tongue. Da-da-da-da.
Okay. Orimo, Excel World, but it also is going to incorporate stages based on Sega properties. And the reason I'm halfway interested in it, Selvaria and Alicia from Valkyria Chronicles, as well as Akira and Pi from Virtua Fighter, are also playable fighters.
Yeah. The reason this has me excited is Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online assist characters could be quite fun.
But it is only on PS3 and Vita.
Yeah, which has me slightly annoyed. Well. I mean, I'm gonna have to get one of the Sony systems eventually at this point anyway. Just because I still want to play all those ridiculously amazing Sony games from the PS3. So, I guess I'll get a PS3 at some point.
All right, and
maybe when the price drops.
Yeah, and then you could get a PlayStation TV, and then you could play Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, maybe. Or
you could get the PS3 and get the PS2 download of Persona 4 and just not have the Golden.
Yeah, which I would be perfectly okay with.
Yeah.
I don't have to absolutely have the Golden version. But if you want remastered editions of more games, well, look no further. Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered is coming to PCs and mobile.
Now, to be fair, I mean, this is one of like the PS3 HD. Like, this is a game that is old. Like, this is a 10-year-old game.
It shows its age.
Yeah, this is a 10-year-old game. This is kind of the first. If you're a fan of Two Best Friends, play on YouTube. This is the beginning of the Sadness trilogy.
Okay.
They hate this guy and his games, so they make fun of him all the time. They hate what's his name? That's the head of Quantic Dream.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name either now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so that's the reason they hate this.
I
mean, at the time, that's the thing. At the time, it was good. Whether I still want to play a QuickTime fest of ridiculousness, I don't know. Because my tolerance of QuickTime events has dropped dramatically.
Yeah. The other problem, this game fell off the rails a little bit at the end of the game. Like, the narrative kind of falls off the rails.
I mean, I was okay with the narrative, actually, because it was like, there was just one piece of it that I was like, that seems like maybe a little questionable. Yeah. And that was kind of like in the middle, almost.
Well, at the end, it kind of...
I'm talking about the scene where clothes are not involved.
Right.
And you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, well...
If you played the game.
Right. Well, I never did beat it. I need to beat it at some point. I mean, it also, what I was referring to, like, you ever see that meme of that guy on the History Channel with the super puffed out hair and what the meme says? Well, that's kind of what happens, is explained.
Maybe? You'd have to...
Aliens!
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, well, that's essentially what the whole game leads to. It's all aliens!
Okay, maybe that wasn't the vibe I got off of it. It was more mysticism to me, but whatever.
Yeah. But anyway.
It was, at the time, it was good, and they've re-released it for $10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with updated visuals, that's not bad.
It's full controller support on PC, and this is the international release, which is why it's called Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered. The game is originally called Fahrenheit in Europe. So this is the European uncensored version.
Yeah. And then they changed the name for the US audience.
Yeah. All right.
And the whole reason that the name was Fahrenheit was because the entire game takes place during a New York snowstorm?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the temperature just keeps dropping and dropping.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's been doing in reality the past couple of months.
Yeah, 10 years later, yeah.
Yeah. A little weird. Alright, so I believe that's pretty much all the news.
Yep.
At least all the news that's worth talking about.
Yep.
Alright, so that's pretty much going to do it for the moment. We'll be back next time with a regular episode with all our fun, wacky game talk. We had to do all this news because it was just been piling up and piling up.
Yep.
And we've just had so many issues trying to just record the show. Oh, yeah. It's just, yeah.
Yep. It's been...
It's just so much problems.
Yep.
But there you have it, folks. That's pretty much it for this week. We'll be back soon with another regularly scheduled episode. So don't forget to subscribe to the show through iTunes or the Xbox Music Marketplace. Hey, I actually got it right this time. And if you want to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, just Checkmate Arcade on Facebook and at Checkmate Arcade on Twitter. No spaces on Twitter, space in between on Facebook. And if you want to follow us individually on Twitter, yeah, I got confused there for a second. That'll be at Dark Boss Man for me.
At MSU Hitman for me.
Alright, so that'll do it for this episode. I have been donning many masks, but the one I wear proudly all the time is Hero of Hyrule. My name is Stephen Boss, the Dark Boss Man.
Oh, Persona 4 anime prices! I'm MSU Hitman Jason Billingsley.
Yeah. You have no idea how crazy it is for some of those prices. Oh, man. It just gets worse the later back you go. Because so many companies have just stopped publishing stuff lately. It's just getting worse and worse, man.
Great.
It's digital all the way or nothing at this point. Otherwise, you're not going to get stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll see you on live, PSN, and maybe even on the net.
Peace out, everybody.